infinite horizon for infinite possibility. And redstone in my hand means it's time for Minecraft with Steven. Dun dun! Yeah. Tic-Tac-Toe is finished. Well, I'll say the prototype of Tic-Tac-Toe is finished, because it really will never be done completely. I will show you what we have for now and how I did it. First, I want to thank RebornStupid for the idea of this. Well, the challenge. All the ideas, unfortunately, I have to claim as my own. Let's see, I think you win the prize for the most difficult yet attainable challenge thus far. Many others have been very difficult and overly difficult. So, let's do a demo. People complain that I don't do a demo before I show you behind the scenes. I think putting the demo at the end is better, because then you have to watch the behind the scenes, but some people just want the demo. So, let me say I will be putting the save file up, so you can put this on your single player and on your server, and when it's finally done, like fully done, you'll be able to do that too. So, this is the O's control panel, and this is the X's control panel. I probably should label that. I will label it before I put the save up. Anyways, there's not any logic built in so far, so X's and O's can be over the same square, but that'll change, and I'm putting this all into one control panel, probably either in the floor or in front or on the side or something, with buttons instead of levers, and it'll automatically detect whose turn it is. But for now, I wanted to just show you that it works, because that was the hard part. Everything else is trivial. So, let's play a game. To start off, we'll do bottom left O. It's pretty fast, by the way. People were concerned that there might be lots of delay, and there's not, except for, I will show you anyways. So then we'll say middle X. Kind of have to walk back and forth. Obviously, it wouldn't be this way if you weren't playing by yourself, but, you know. Oh. Yeah. That's I think, the longest delay one right there. And then, X. And I did put a black wool border around this so you can see it in the daytime. It looks pretty good. Let's check it out at night. Yeah, it looks a little better. And then, oh yeah, it's O's turn, I guess. What's he gonna do? Oh, man. Oh, he's so sneaky. Uh-oh. What are you gonna do, X? Well, X didn't notice, so he's gonna do this. Yeah. Oh, look, what are you gonna do, O? I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win! Wait, what are you doing? No! 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 O wins! O wins! Yeah. Playing Tic-Tac-Toe by yourself has gotta be the most boring thing imaginable. Okay, so it works. As you can see, it's very quick. Very, very, very quick. A lot quicker than I thought it was gonna be. My initial plans for this thing were pretty ridiculous, but this is absolutely the best way to do it. The best! Thanks for all the suggestions. I implemented some of them, and some of them I did not, because I deemed them unnecessary. But look, I redid the lines, and now each line, remember before it had all those torches that were introducing all that delay? Now each line has, at most, 2 repeaters. Sorry, I'm going to fly so I can show you. So the top lines that have the longest to go to the ground have 2 repeaters, but all the others only have 1. Yes, only have 1. And the bottom 4 have 0. And then each one has the 1 torch, because I have to transmit the signal from the basement. Oh wait, I can't really show you over here. Anyway, so this wool level right here is the O's decoder. It's actually a flat decoder, which is kind of cool. And then the bottom here is the X's, and it's also flat. It's the glowstone right here. And then all these lines are just running, like, all the long wires that you see are just running the signals around. And that's where all the delay comes from. There's really no delay in the decoders at all. And I'll show you how much there is. So for all these lines, each of these lines runs to one of the torches out front. And right here, let me find a good one to show you. Yeah, okay, so let's look at this right here. This line right here is the power for the bottom right corner right here, and for it being an O. Okay, so these blocks with the torches on them represent. You have to power this torch off in order to change the signal. So by default, it's turned off. So we have to send a power to this torch like this, turn the torch off in order for the O to turn on. So what we do is an O, let me build it out here to show you really quickly. It looks like this. You know, you have the 9, oops. Okay. Okay. So when you make an O, you have your top row is solid, your bottom row is solid, and your middle row is missing one in the middle. And that's what we did right here. These three all get power from these repeaters. The middle one does not get power right here, but does on the ends. And then these three all get power. And I had to do it this way because before I was just running a line into the bottom of the block like this. But underneath, I run the signal vertically for the X's, so I can use the same lines. And that would power the O as well. So it would be an X and an O every time. Excuse me, it was really annoying. So I have to run repeater blocks into the torch because you can't push a signal through this backwards. You see the way the arrow points? That's the only way it can transmit one. So that's what I had to do. I'm sorry, but there's just not another way to do it. So, but these, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 delay caused by each one of these, maybe 5 if you count this one. So 5, which makes what, 10 ticks, I guess, which is like half of a second, I think. Isn't 20 ticks a second? I don't know. Etho knows. I don't really care because this thing is so awesome. Anyways, so that's what the O's look like. All the O's, I did the same thing, except I just had to run the lines a little different to get them out from in the middle. The hardest one is always the middle and the front in the middle up here. And I really... So, let's see. So I tore down the first design because I realized I could not fit these decoders in between all the lines because it was like block, 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 block. But now they're spread out. And then I tore down my first set of decoders because I couldn't run the X's. I did all the O's, and all the O's were working, and then I realized I couldn't do the X's, so I had to redo all of them. It was not fun. It hurt my brain. And so let's look at how I did the X's. X's were so much easier because I don't have to worry about running a signal upwards through them. I can just kind of do it down here. So for any given X, for example this one, we have all 4 corners and then the middle one. So here's corner, corner, just running a wire into it, middle, corner, corner. Okay. And this is the only X that I needed an extra repeater. All the others only have 1 repeater for the entire thing. See here? Here's an X, 1 repeater. So the X's were dead simple to do once I had the vertical transmission part figured out. So this transmits and goes straight up to the O line. So basically, if an X block is not activated, then the O will take precedence, I guess. It's, you know, everything is off by default. So if either an X or an O activates it, it'll turn on, which of course does cause the problem I said before, where they can both be turned on because there's no logic preventing them to. Right now it's just like they're all just hooked up to power sources. So we'll try top left X and top left O, and I'll show you what it looks like. It's kind of nice actually, because then the player can be like, oh, I can't do that, can I? Oh wait, oops. It's top right. There you go. See? Turn small on, X plus O. And I didn't want to... Some people suggested that I make the O just the diamond that's missing around the X. I didn't want to do that because it doesn't look as much like an O to me as the outside. And I didn't want to compromise and cheat myself with the design. People suggested not running these lines to the ground. I want to publicly assert that this cannot be done any other way. If anybody proves me wrong, I will find some way to compensate you. But I am hypothesizing or postulating that this cannot be done without running the lines to the ground, because your signals will interfere if you're doing it horizontally. I just don't think there's a way. I could be wrong, but I am not. I'm pretty sure. Not to sound overly cocky or anything, but I just don't see how it can be done. this is not easy, and running it vertically is so much easier because then at each stage, like at the bottom, we can service all the X's, middle we service all the O's. Yeah. So this was probably the hardest thing I've ever done in the game because of how many times I had to kind of re-engineer things. And I promise I didn't look at anyone else's Tic-Tac-Toe design. I saw Harbinger's maybe 6 months ago, before beta, before the repeaters. So his took up so much more room. This is pretty compact to me. Anyways, I guess that's it for this one. I'll put up the save file. Oh yeah, I should tell you what I'm going to change. I already told you what I'm going to change. Just make the control panel thing. I'm not going to make it determine the winner because that's going to be really annoying. Maybe another time. If I get super bored in the future, but you guys can figure that out by yourselves. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for awesome ideas like this one, and that one, and that one, and whatever the heck that is. Yeah, definitely subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to the MC3Com channel for the MC3C show, which is super exciting and fun. And there will be lots more of those in the future. And yes, thank you all once again, and goodbye.